Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord. Tide. Oh my. Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Hey guys.
Hello.
How's it going? What's going on?
Well, I mean, they have that we're a little bit consistent this time.
Wait, what happened?
I said they'll be happy that we're a little bit consistent.
We missed one day. We missed the week before, but we have been trying to be consistent. You guys, we are sorry. The storm hit, and we're dealing with that a little bit. Life, this heat, which has been a nightmare. I'm gonna be honest with you, girl. It's just been a nightmare. Like, we were coming home one day and
Yes.
we were looking. It was 100 degrees. It was nighttime, mind you, nighttime, and it was 100 degrees.
Mhm.
Girl, and it was just like, what are we doing? You know? What are we
No,
doing?
it's even with the AC on in our house, it's still be hot.
Right. And then,
And that's
they've
what we
been
want that.
like, every once in remember that time that they was like, we know it's hot, but y'all gotta turn off the thing because
Oh, that wasn't
um
gonna work.
it was never gonna happen. In Houston, you want us to be in the heat in Houston? Absolutely
Mm-mm.
not.
Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it.
Exactly
And I
that.
think whenever
Exactly
they be
that.
talking about the people that actually do it, and we're proud of those people because those are the people why we got power.
Thank
The
you.
ones that aren't.
We
And we
appreciate
really
we
appreciate that,
appreciate y'all so much.
sometimes
But
sacrifices
but
need
let
to
me
be
tell you
made.
something, it's not me.
Sacrifices need to be made. And, I have I don't know if you guys have it. You have the Nest thing
The who?
for your
The
your
Nest?
PC monitor.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
that actually. Yeah.
I have that too. And they be logging into the, because they know how to get in and make your air go down, like, go up, like, for it's like, saving energy. They'll do that.
Yes, they
My
do.
air
There's
has
a
done
oh,
that
you're talking
before.
about the eco mode, like eco savings
Yeah,
mode.
well, I don't have that on. I don't have that on. It just be automatic. And I'm thinking they connecting to it some kind of way.
I can see that.
Some
Ours,
bullshit.
it's different. So for ours, it'll go the other way where it'll be like, excuse me, it'll be like it's really hot or it'll be just regular. And ours will, because we like to keep it at an even number, the regular numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like extreme cold. So it'll be like we want it to be at like a good 60, 50, 60s
Well, I
area.
just got that unit, so I already know it's blowing.
And they'll turn it up to about a 70 cold, mind you. It'll be 70 degrees cold.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be negative 70. And it's just like, girl, we don't need that. Or not negative 70. You get what I'm trying to say. Where it'll go up in the
Yeah.
cold factor. And it's like, we don't need it that cold. We don't need all of that. We just need it regular cold. Medium cold is fine. Please. You know?
Well, we like to have it freezing in my house.
Yeah, us too. But we don't want it to be like so freezing that it's like a morgue. Like just calm down. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I am a
That's how I
lord.
like it in my house. Every time he comes over, I always get my blankets ready for my friends.
Yes, you do
They
need
like,
to.
here you
It be
go.
cold. It be cold,
And I'm like, girl, here you go. I understand, girl. I'm going to call you out in a minute.
girl. But I mean, I have Luna to warm me up because she likes to cuddle with me. So
Mm-hmm. Oh,
even though
yeah.
it's so funny
Get
because
to that song.
she will be sitting on the couch with me and he'll start telling her get off my couch and yelling at her, and she'll look at me like help me, and I'm like, girl, I don't live here.
She be knowing exactly what she doing. I'm like, absolutely not. You know the tea girl.
She'd be looking
At
at
the end
me
of the
like
day, she really
please.
does.
She'd be looking at me like, can I stay on the couch? I'm like, girl, this is not my house.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely a white woman. Cause I'm like,
True.
girl, you never learn, do you?
Mm-mm.
She up here actually speak to the manager when I'm the manager. Ain't that something?
It is weird,
Oh,
but
I'm talking with you guys.
and I this is the TF show. I said it earlier, but you were saying something else. That's why I was like, "Oh, I said
Oh
both."
my!
Yeah,
We got no who we are by now.
it's okay. Yeah, y'all
Any
should know.
newcomers,
Yeah, this is the
welcome.
TF show, you guys. We're back. We have been trying to be
Hmm.
consistent, but we also have everything is going on, and we understand that it. You know, life happens, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna do better. We're gonna keep trying to do better. We could all we can do is try to do better. You know,
Hmm.
but
Yes, yes, yes.
today we decided to do something really quickly. We want to still do this quick bites thing that we've been trying to do, and we've been trying to implement that. So, as y'all notice, our podcast episodes haven't been over 50 minutes lately. Lately. So we're trying
Hmm.
to keep that going, and today we're going to try to be as brief as possible because today we are giving you guys some updates. Yes.
Yes, yes, we
So
are.
earlier today we were talking and we were kind of like, what are some things that we should do for the podcast that's different? Something to kind of like break up the monotony of what we've been doing because a lot of it has been reviewing shows, which is not bad. We enjoy doing the
Hmm.
reviews, but we also want to do something different every once in a while. So we've been talking and we're thinking about doing some book reviews. Yeah, we're
Yes, we
thinking
are.
yeah, we wanna do something fun. Um, some of it can be nostalgic. We wanna do some nostalgic, things, so you might get some, what is his name? Lee Hayes, right? The one who did, Blue, A Deeper Blue, the Passion Marks. That's Lee Hayes, right?
Yeah. Oh, you listen to it?
I don't, but I have the physical copy.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
I have the
yeah.
physical copy of book 2. I wanna buy book 1. And did you know that he also
Hmm.
has like a what is the word I want to use? He also has a what are those things? Anthology books. He has an anthology series too, where it's like him and a bunch
Oh,
of other
okay.
queer artists, clear queer writers came together to do something. And that's something else he has out there. So it's like he has this book called The Messiah, The Bad Seed. Flesh to Flesh is the one I'm talking about, by the way. It's called Flesh to Flesh, and it's basically a erotica series, an erotica anthology series. It's him and a bunch of different other queer artists, queer writers. I keep wanting to say artists, but I mean writers, you guys. I'm so sorry. Um, he has a bunch of stuff like that. So it's like those three, and then he has the Passion Mark series, which is what he's well known for. And I think there's something else he
Hmm.
wrote. If I'm not mistaken. So if you want to get into that, we can get into something like that. I would love to get into James R. Hardy. Okay, you remember the movie we watched, B Boy Blues?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we watched it.
We watched that
I forgot the
together.
whole plot line. I forgot the whole plot line. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Well, there's a book. It's a book series. It was a book series first. So if you want to get into that, we can do that. I would love to. I just want to. I really want to do focus more so on queer Black writers first. And if we want
Hmm.
to get crossover to other things, that's also fine. But if we can do our best to promote and read and support queer Black writers, I would love to do that first. If you're okay with that. Why am I saying that?
No,
You
that's
are
fine.
definitely going to be into that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll try to converge separately from this and just try to get some ideas of what we're going to do, what we're more interested in. I already know that Lee
Hmm.
Hayes's Passion Marks is going to be something he's into. So I just need to buy the first book and then we'll start reading it and we can start talking about it. We could just, kind of do some like episodic thing where we do some quick updates throughout the podcast if you want to do something
Hmm.
like that. So we could be like, we're doing a main podcast and then we'll just be like plopping it into something to say, I'm on chapter this. How do you feel about it? What are you feeling? Like that kind of thing. We could do something like that if you want to do that, or we'll figure it out. But I have
Yeah, we will.
I'm really interested in Lee Hayes. Do you read you've okay, I told you about B Boy Blues. I also have a book called 100 Boyfriends by Brontes Purnell. It's this really interesting story about this man who's kind of like exploring his sex life throughout his
Mm.
time and all of that, like all the things that he's done and stuff like that. It's fun. It was actually very fun. It's kind of gritty, kind of raw, very interesting. So if you want to do that, I have Brontes Purnell. I have some other stuff. I have this
We
one.
will we will let them know because you got to go through the whole list and so take up all the
Okay, well, I'm
podcast.
just saying. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just saying. So yeah,
Yes,
there's
we
that.
will talk about that off air, and
Yeah.
then we'll come back what we decided on.
Okay. No,
But he just
I'm
gave
just
me
giving you
a couple ideas.
yeah, giving you some ideas of where we're headed, basically. But we can do some other
Mm.
stuff. But you guys, we'll talk and we'll figure it out and set everything up. So there's that. We want to kind of get into some book stuff. We're gonna try to do that. We both listened to the Britney Spears book, by the way, the memoir.
That's the first one I want to review.
Yeah. I also, I don't know. Are you gonna get into the Mariah Carey one? Because I have it.
I, I mean, I like Mariah Carey. I'm just not really I really know her story kind of girl. Because I
Hmm.
think when it comes to memoirs, I think it's like you really want to like be invested into the person.
True.
But I mean, I like her. I like her
We'll
music.
see.
I'm just not into knowing her story.
Okay, all you had to say was, "I'll think about it." See how quick and easy that was?
Oh, God, I was just
Now we lost, like, a couple of audience members. Now we lost some lambs. Are you happy about
uh,
that? We lost the
lambs get
lambs.
slaughtered all the
Are you happy?
time.
Are you
So
excited about that? Lambs, I am
lambs get
so
slaughtered all
sorry.
the time.
What was it? Wait, what was it New York said? Beyoncé, I am so sorry that she said she
Why are
looks
you
like you.
bringing Beyonce up when we talk about Mariah? Disrespectful.
Girl,
I
I
see
referenced New
side you
York
on.
first and foremost, and see, this is how I know you
Won't you
don't
reference
listen.
Mariah?
Can
Won't
I
you
ask?
reference Mariah? I'll do it
I'm
for you.
referencing New
Mariah,
York.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
I'm referencing New York
Meaning
because I'm
you.
referencing the fact
Meaning
that that
you.
lady, that Heidi called herself, which Heidi was like, "Oh, you're just mad because my friends all say I look like Beyonce." See,
Mm-hmm.
a real gay would know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking.
But
A
I know what you're
real,
talking about, but I'm referencing Mariah.
a real
The
gay
one
would
that you
know.
say you're a big
A
fan
real
of.
gay would
So
know what I was talking about. Clock the T. Clock the T. She's faking and phony. Uh-huh. Clock that.
yeah,
Anyways, as I was
was
saying,
that the list?
so outside of that, we want to start. We do want to get into retrospective pieces. So if you want to do this, I would love to do it. Kind of like going back in time, watching stuff that we watched when we were younger and seeing it from a perspective of now. You know,
Yeah.
I would love to do that. If you want to do that, that would be fantastic. Like I would love
I'm
to.
down for it.
Yeah, like, so if you wanna do would you wanna do movies, shows, and web shows, or just limit it to movies and shows?
We can do movies. Well, I haven't really did too many web shows per se, so uh,
By that, I mean, like,
maybe movie.
by web shows, I mean something like watching the original about him, where it all started, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that. I didn't know. I didn't.
you were thinking I meant reality shows?
None of. I was like the shows on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I mean, web shows. 'Cause that
Yeah,
was I don't
I'm
know if
not
it's still
taking
I don't know if that still is on YouTube, but it was at one point. So, I mean, we have that and DL Chronicles, etcetera, yada, yada, yada. We got it's a bunch. We could just
Yeah.
like I said, we'll converge and figure this out and give you guys our updates. Like, when we start doing it, basically is the update. We're gonna start doing it,
Yes.
and that's gonna be the update you guys will get. Um, so we want to do that. I do want to get back into gaming. The only thing with getting back into gaming is that um, we have to set a appropriate time for us both, and we also have to
Yes.
be we also have to be both, like, into the game.
Down to play. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot to get into these games nowadays. It's not like, well, I think it has to do
No,
with,
it does.
our
And
age
then
too,
it's
because we got more
also what your
responsibility than
age?
any.
What your age, grandma? Oh,
Okay, I'll let you have that because you think you're eating and you're still starving. Okay,
I did eat you up.
nonetheless,
But, yeah, I wanna do
it
that
takes a
and get
lot.
more into, like if we can get more into something a little different, and just try some games out. We wanna start I set up a Twitch for us, so I wanna start using it, and we
Okay,
try
that's
to do the
cool.
thing where we transfer over content every once in a while, so we just, get into get into Twitch streaming for us, just us. And you guys can come
Yeah.
along and watch it, but the main focus is us getting into it, you know?
Yes, of course.
So that's the
Yes, we
plan.
should, and we will, and we will. So I'm really excited for us to
Yeah.
get on into it. Because I gotta finish a lot of games up, and like I said, I've been saying that for years, and then the game keep piling up.
Yeah, I know
So
what you mean.
yeah,
As a gamer,
it's a lot.
when you're a real gamer, you're gonna have a lot of games that you're like, "I'm gonna finish this one day," and you don't finish it anytime soon. You just take forever to get to it.
At all. It just be sitting
And you're like, "Oh, I was so excited to buy that game when it first came out, and it's on the shelf. I'll get to you later. Hold on."
there. Mhm. By the time you get to by the time the new console come out, and then you're
Exactly.
like, well,
And you're like, "Dang,
I'm on to the next.
I might as well just get the next
Because
console.
I'm
Maybe
definitely
I'll
waiting
play
for
it
the
then."
Switch too.
And then you, like, realize that you haven't played it and you just forget all about it. After a while, you kinda just like, "One day," you know? But, yeah, we wanna get into
Mhm.
some stuff some gaming, books, retrospective things, yes, we wanna try some new things. We wanna I don't mind doing the movie reviews. I enjoy them, right? I've been enjoying them. I've been having a good time. As y'all can tell, because we're gonna do retrospective things, so we're gonna review movies anyways. But am I also just wanna have fun with the content, and I don't want this to start feeling like we're forcing ourselves to do something to,
Mhm.
do something. We just wanna do something and
Yeah,
enjoy it, you know?
and I probably like kind of slow down on the reality shows
Yeah.
from like the chasing series like we used to do, like do a whole. Oh, that really got good because I know we used to be
I'm
yelling at each
gonna
other,
be
and I
real
don't want to
with
have to deal with
you.
that.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. We did that review of what's the problem with Real Housewives of Potomac, right? And I did not finish that season that just came out not too long ago. I think that was last year, right? Or that was this year.
Yeah, yeah,
It was this
the
year,
sh-
right?
I think it was last year.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Because a lot
That
happened
was
around the
last year.
time. Huh?
I think it was last year, right?
Mm,
Beginning.
it was
Yeah,
sometime.
beginning of this year. Yeah, it was the beginning of this year because that's when Robin got fired.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that all
yeah.
happened this year.
Yeah.
And we just
So
saw this film.
my
Sorry.
plan is I think after okay, not my plan. I think we kind of been like reality show feels stagnant just a bit. Like it feels kind of like tired a little. Like I do want to get back into Dubai because I've heard that first season was really fantastic and I didn't finish it and I was so into it and I was excited. I really enjoy Miami where they are going. That's been a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Um, I heard Orange County is really good this season. So I'll look at it. Maybe we'll see. Um, I've been
Mhm.
I've been meaning to get back into Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, because that's always so fun, right? Like, that's always a
Oh,
blast. I
yeah.
think the last
Mhm.
season, I didn't fully love because I felt like it was less about the, drama and more about we're trying to make ourselves stars, and I feel like you lose your audience when you're trying so hard to be a moment and not just being a moment,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, we watched, me, you both watched Love After Lockup. You can recount the people that were moments from that series, and I can too. And we can both say the same exact names because these were people that
Hmm.
had authentically entertaining and interesting stories, and they were a miss. Let's just be honest, you know?
And we actually, when we started watching Love After Lockup, we didn't even tell each other because until later. I think once we got in a couple of episodes, and
Yeah.
actually, my boyfriend he found it. He's like, "You should watch this show." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's
Your
going
wait,
on?"
wait, wait.
And we was watching it.
Your brother found it.
My girl, my boyfriend. Sorry,
Oh, no,
it's
no,
been a
no.
long day, you guys.
I thought you were saying your brother had found it and got you into it. I was like, that is so weird because my sister was the same. No, I got my sister into it because we were kind of like watching 90 Day Fiance, and it was fun for a minute, but that started to wear us down because it was just like, this isn't entertaining. I'm tired of seeing this white woman with that Middle Eastern man. I was so tired of them because their stories started running stale and they kept bringing them back. You know? Do you know who I'm talking about,
I
right?
wasn't. I wasn't. You talking about Muhammad?
No, his name wasn't Muhammad. It was
Because Muhammad was good.
no, Muhammad was interesting. It was like later, the newer seasons. It was like what's his name? Ramir?
I don't
No, it
know.
wasn't Ramir.
I probably would know him when I see him, but I don't know.
It was like the older white lady and 90 Day Fiance. What was their name? I can't think of their name. But um they started to wear thin on me because it was just like that man cheated on her and she was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do." And it's like, "Well, leave him. I don't
You
know.
know?
Leave him." I would do that. That sounds fun,
But
that sounds
the
like a good
love after
option.
lockup was the brown pressure because we heard about those people be dating them people in jail and waiting on them to get out. We heard about them, and I actually was friends with one of them. I was like, "Are you crazy?
Wig.
Are you really crazy for that?" Uh, but it was definitely a breath of fresh air. And like I said, a couple of episodes had passed because I was binge watching them. And I
Mhm.
think it was definitely the first season. And I remember I was at work and I was like, I just wonder if this girl has saw this. And I remember around that time because I had just got my car. And I
Mhm.
was like, and I was watching in the car. I was like, I gotta finish. And you called and I was all up after like that.
Remember the
We had
names
went down
now.
the whole list.
I just remembered the names. I looked it up, I mean. It's Jenny and Sumit. Jenny and Sumit.
Oh, I don't go there.
I think they were, like, later. They're, like, a newer couple. But basically, yeah, their story started running stale because it was like, "Oh, I'm married." And then she's already living there, right? And it was like, "Oh, this is juicy." But then it's like, you're staying. Like,
I
you're
just couldn't believe
staying.
that they were trying to do the pillow talk, the Zoom call kind of. I was like, oh, this is look. They can stay at home.
Yeah,
They can stay at home.
yeah.
We all going through this pandemic. We don't need to hear from them.
We're
And
good.
I was like, y'all are really trying to get it
We're good. But I do
every
yes, I
single.
do remember we talked about it. I think you were, like, driving somewhere. You were going somewhere, and I was like, "I'm watching 90 Day Fiance." I mean, I'm watching Love After Lockup, and we started getting into it because it was good. The thing is, it's like Love
Yeah.
After Lockup is one of those, like it's good because yes, like you said, it's realistic. Like, there's somebody that you may know that is like this, that is dealing with this kinda situation,
Mhm.
but it's also just, like, the shenanigans that they all get into.
Mhm. And
You
especially in the beginning. What do you
child.
say?
It's
It
the
always
fact
happened at the
that
barbershop.
it's
The
the fact
barbershop or them getting the ring.
okay, here's
And
my
it's like,
2
who you
things
think
that I
straight?
live okay, can I say my 2 things that I live for, right? One is whenever they are like, "I'm gonna do something, but I have to let this person know that my significant other is in prison," and it's like seeing that
Yeah.
person's reaction to being like, "Yeah, I'm trying to fix my home because my partner's getting out of prison. They're coming home. What's your partner coming home from?
Now,
Prison. They were in jail for 5 years for murder or not murder. It's always like
it's
robbery.
or, or assault with a deadly weapon. But
Yes.
I think the point is,
Or
in
drug
the
use.
beginning, early
Drugs. It's
stages of
drugs.
this show, before everybody caught on, it was shocked because I'm quite sure they didn't tell them what show they were on, of course. So
Right.
it was like canon moments where it was like, is that what?
What? They would, and
Is that
then you're just
what?
like, "Ah, I live." My other moment is when they come out and the wild person isn't the prisoner, it's always the person that's not in prison. It's always
Mhm.
typically the person that was not in prison that is always, like, off the rails, always, like,
Mhm.
a mess, and you're just like, "Girl, what is happening? Like, what?" And the
Mhm.
prisoner's like, I just need a second to get my feet on the ground." And they're like, "Oh, so what you're trying to say is that you don't want anything to do with me now. So you want to go back to prison." And it's like, "Ooh, let's
Mhm.
let's back up just a smidge. Just back up just a smidge, you know?" But that's yeah.
They do that. And well, let me get my thing. My
Uh-huh.
thing is when they be talking buying a ring or going to get
Yes.
their hair done,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Girl, I'm getting ready for my man." Oh, girl, what are you gonna bring? Pretty. Okay, yeah. Because you know, of course, they're doing customer service. How's that going for you? And one that stick out is when Homegirl told her friend, and this is going back on with the girl from Utah,
You talking about the
and
Mormons?
yeah, she never working and it's like, excuse me, and that woman was no, but she was trying to say it in a calmness way. Are you sure you want to do this, girl? Reconsider.
They was
But she
like,
was a
"What?"
mess too. We liked her too. She was a mess too.
Oh, but they were
But
okay,
they
but see,
lost the
that's the
sauce.
thing. It's always like you don't actually hate them. You enjoy them. They're like a mess. They're funny. They're just entertaining. They're enjoyable. It's like what's
Messy
great about
TV.
that show is that they're messy, but they're not aggravating messy, you know?
Yeah, and I think the point is, it felt real. Like, of course, some things was probably more
Right.
produced. Don't tell them now. Let the situation build up before you tell them and stuff like
True.
that. I'm quite sure they had their hand in that as well. But at the end of the day, it was still factual and it was still going on. And I think for me, one thing I don't like that when they do is, girl, if you, when the ones that they come out like, oh, it was fake, they told me so. I'm like, girl, I don't hear that. It's resume.
I
I
feel
don't
like
hear
okay, can I say this? As a person that watched the Never Ever Mets, you remember that, right?
it. Mm-hmm.
And remember the fight situation that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember she said, "Oh, that was faked." And it's like, I mean, I feel like even if it was, right? That doesn't look good for anybody in this situation. It doesn't look good for you because
Mm-hmm.
you went back to him, right? It doesn't look good for
Yes.
him because he looks like an abuser. And it doesn't look good for the
Mm-hmm.
network because it looks like y'all don't care enough about women's health and safety that y'all would put somebody in that
Mm-hmm.
kind of situation that could cause harm, right? Like women can
Mm-hmm.
fight each other, but and I feel like to be fair, watching that situation roll out, I don't think what she was saying was that bad. Or not to say that there's anything that requires that kind of situation, but I don't think that what she was saying was bad. I feel like all she did was comment on that man's short shorts. I don't think she was interested in him. He doesn't give the vibe
Mm-hmm.
that he's her type. Her type seems
Yes.
hood. That's what she gives, that she wants the hood,
I,
like that.
yes, I get that. I would get that, but I think the point is, if you're just meeting someone
Mhm.
at the end of the day, and even though they talk on the phone and stuff like that, and she's a grown adult,
True.
you need to know exactly who you're dealing with,
I feel
or
like
whatever the case may be.
I'll take what
And
you're
I,
saying a step further, and I will say that I feel like if he was able to articulate what he was trying to say, I think what he was saying is less about that and more so about that made him uncomfortable. That you were so highly focused on this man's legs, his thighs, his like, it's like you're
Hmm.
so focused on that, I don't feel comfortable with that. That's not something that I'm
Yeah,
comfortable with, right? However,
yeah,
we got what we got, we are where we are, you know? But,
exactly. And I don't think it was fake. I think that's a crock of crap. I don't
yeah,
think this man will set himself up to, because if it was fake, why would I go home and be sent home? Like, you lose money not being there. So I'm like,
true.
that still don't even make no sense
And
at the end of the day. So, I
that's
mean,
why I'm kinda
she
like,
can tell it to someone
this is
else.
a little yeah. But,
That's why we know you're in a real abusive relationship. It's like you're covering up for the person at the end of the
true.
day. So, and we can see it. I think people that
We
been through
can.
that, it's just,
Wig.
I got a coworker and I found out that she
Oh.
well, I got the confirmation that she was being abused.
Right.
And when it was brought up, I was like, oh, I knew that. And I was like, I knew that by when she left. He kept calling up there just trying to find out where she was at. And I'm like, well, she
Right.
just left. She told, and I know she was adamant to let me know to tell him that she's on her way home. And usually for a person that is an abuser, they want to know exactly where you at. They don't, they think you're going to
Yeah,
escape.
yeah. They
They
want
want to
control
monitor
over
you at all.
your actions, your whereabouts, and all of that. I get that, yeah.
Yeah. So I already knew she was in an abusive relationship like that. I was like, oh yeah, I think he's hitting on her. So I'm like,
Right.
no one, like a normal person does not do that. At
Mhm.
the end of the day, you don't do that. I mean, so, and sometimes abuse is not physical. Sometimes, look, that was the top red flag. I was like, oh, he's abusing her in a certain way.
Right.
Because it's like, you don't really do that. He called up that, I'm like, I mean, then she came back to the store and when she left. So it's like, so us witnessing that on television, was like, we see exactly what was going on
Right.
after that. And it's like, you can't even act. I'm like, since when y'all been good actors?
Wig. True. Well,
I guess, whatever. Well, let's just go and move on and wrap this up, you guys. So we just went over our updates, what we're going to be doing for the
yeah.
channel.
Wig.
And, we hope you guys are looking forward for it.
Yeah, we hope y'all enjoy and stay around, stay tuned.
Mhm.
I am O Lord,
And I'm Tyrone.
and this is the T.O. Show
And this is the
again.
T.O. Show.
Oh, this
Bye, you
isn't a
guys.
duet. This isn't a duet. I just say the T.O. Show. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Moving along. Bye, you guys.
Bye, you guys.